Hey folks, welcome to another video. Today I'm wearing the VITURE Beast glasses and I am playing Project Gotham Racing 2. Now this is a classic Xbox game and I'm going to play in arcade racing, street racing, through Edinburgh Castle 8. And the reason I'm doing this is when you're watching this, I'm actually on my way to the UK. We're going to be spending a few days right under this castle in the city of Edinburgh. Now, this is an endurance race. I have never done this particular track. I played for hours to unlock it because I wanted to actually go through what at the time was essentially a photorealistic version of the city of Edinburgh. Now this is quite an old game at this point, so the technology used is a little different than what would be used today to make a photographically accurate version of a city in a game. But you can see the castle up there. I wonder if we'll drive past my hotel in this particular race. I am in 4th place right now. I have to get 3rd or above to qualify from this race and get a medal. I am playing on novice because I'm a terrible driver. In fact, I don't drive in real life. So many twists and turns on this course. This is crazy. But for the most part, it looks like it's a lot of boxy buildings here under the castle. I will say though, the screen looks excellent in the VITURE Beast. I recently updated to firmware 121, which is, I want to say 1.21, but it's actually based on the date, which corrected some more issues that were there from post-launch. There's a really good 10-second menu prompt to do automatic calibration to make it so that there's less chance of drift with the glasses when you're in 3 off modes. And they've added 120 Hertz mode, which I can't play this particular game at 120 Hertz, so I'm not taking advantage of that right now. They've also corrected anchor mode to be now called anchor mode as opposed to spatial anchor, because they realized when they actually enable 6 off on the glasses using the center camera that's just above the nose piece, there's going to be a need to have functionality called spatial anchor. So it's now just called anchor mode for the 3 off anchor mode. What I can say right now is I've got a giant screen in front of me. I probably would say, at the distance that it's at, probably feels like it's around a 70-inch TV, which I wouldn't have had back when I had the Xbox running regularly, when this game was new. Yeah, this is an endurance race, so I'm only in lap 2 of 5 here. And I have to say, I worked really hard to unlock this particular course. And it's really just a bunch of boxy buildings under a castle. I was hoping it would be something more than that. It's still fun though to like drive in a place that I will be at within the next 24 hours or so. I've never left the United States. Well, I've been to Canada, so I've never left North America. And this particular trip came about because we're going to see a concert that we can't see in the United States. It's only happening in Edinburgh. And it felt like the right time to use our passports for the first time and head overseas. I might connect with a couple of friends while we're there. We are going to be in both Edinburgh and London. And I'm pretty excited about this trip because this is a true vacation for the most part. I'm not going to a conference. I'm not going to do any specific events outside of concert. And I'm just really excited to take a breather and take in the atmosphere of the UK. And so you're going to see a bunch of UK themed videos. You may have already seen my video with Grand Theft Auto London 1969, where I was trying to learn how to drive in London unsuccessfully. As you can see, I didn't really learn anything from that while I'm playing this game. And then I'll be featuring a song later this week from one of the UK's best bands. A famous stadium anthem, if you will, played in a VR rhythm game. And I'll be hopefully playing through the post-apocalyptic version of London in Fallout London VR. So lots of themed items, both previously played and coming up while I'm on this excursion. And then you can, of course, look forward to some of my normal content as well. A big anniversary is coming up this week. I will have been a part of the Vive VR community for around 10 years. I went to the Steam VR Developers Conference 10 years ago this week. And as part of that, I got to go home and have a Vive Pre sent to me. I also got to meet some of the best developers, the earliest modern VR developers, who went on a journey the past 10 years with us, and some of them are still with us and some of them aren't, unfortunately. But I will have a celebratory video this week with one of those developer team's latest title. I do have to say, though, Xbox games, these old Xbox games, still hold up even many years later. Xbox 360 games as well. Like, I feel like Microsoft, even back then, really honed their craft and picked great games for the console. Of course, a lot of people played Halo. I played this, and I picked this one up because it had Geometry Wars in the garage. And I kind of only played Geometry Wars until this past week when somebody was like, hey, Project Gotham Racing 2 has the ability to play through Edinburgh. I was looking for a game where I could actually ride through the city or walk through the city or something of that nature. And I was thinking, oh, I could just use Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I also kind of wanted to have that retro feel. So I went back and dusted off this disc, and now here I am playing this. It's hilarious, but true. Oh, that car just passed me. I have to overtake it. That's the trouble with this, is if I don't get third place in this next lap, I'm going to have to play this track all over again in this arcade mode. And this is a lengthy track. Alright, let's go, yellow car. I gotta get past you before the next turn. Now, the fun thing about this title is they also included a soundtrack that had specific radio stations for each of the locations. I believe it was this, yeah, I can actually see this is Brooklyn on My Mind. But the radio station DJs will speak in the language of each country, and it's just really well thought out. And I feel like, you know, they've gotten there with Forza Horizon recently, but that game isn't really a world tour. The latest Forza Horizon game, Forza Horizon 6, is going to be set in Japan, which I'm really excited about because I love Japanese culture, and while I've never been there, it can be a good way to virtually visit, right? Now I'm going to end up in 6th place. This is not going so well for me. Alright. Gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive. That car is now 5 seconds ahead of me. That's crazy.
The album's called The Blam, the band are called The Blam, and the radio station you're checking out is Beat 106. There goes Brooklyn on My Mind. Hang about, we got so much non-stop music coming up. Beat 106, here's San Fran's Hot Box.
Ah, man. We're coming in 4th, unfortunately. Well, it was still a good tour of Edinburgh, Scotland. While I didn't earn a medal, should still earn some kudos. No, I don't want to retry. I'm good. Race failed. You were 1 place away. Of course I was. So, again, a look at a classic Xbox game themed for my UK trip. This has been Project Gotham Racing 2, using the VITURE Beast glasses for a huge screen display. I am connected through a PC and capture card and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to blame the lag. That's what I'm going to blame. But the glasses give a awesome view. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some glasses like these. VR, AR, classic or modern gaming for yourself. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.